Well, hello, rogues. How are you all today, whether it be Sunday or Monday? I almost said Saturday. I know what day of the week it is. Hopefully you know what day of the week it is. And if not, hopefully it doesn't matter and you can spend a little time here. Hi, everybody. Let me scroll back a tiny bit here. Hello, Lord Portico. Hello, of course, to the wonderful, wonderful GoodBot, SiriBot, who helps to keep us safe. Hello, Shadows of Life. Good luck on the engineering station. Requisition for ship's entertainment director to have some champagne. Ooh. Oh, I see. Yeah, we already had a Chantel dumpster fire. Hi, Puddle Glum. It is what it is. Did I say Shadows of Life already? If not, hi, Shadows of Life. Gosh, you can tell my memory is great today. Hi, Mobius. Yeah, I think oh, Key Squared. Hello, Key Squared. I think I caught all of the names. Indeed, this was a birthday present, and so yes, the hats are properly on a stand now. I have more hats than fit on this stand, but the ones that potentially get used on the stream are on here. Eventually, as we shift locations, I could actually, and I may do at some point, I could take, there's one pole at the bottom that has no holes in it. I may actually remove that so it sits lower and you can all see more of the hats. I don't know. But eventually this whole streaming setup is going to move into another room. And when we do that, basically there will be a wall behind me, and that entire wall behind me will be mine to use for streamy stuff. So the hope is that I can put some shelves back there. I can have this hat stand, possibly another one, maybe some like shelf top hat stands, and you'll be able to see more of the hats that are available for the hat tricks. But this is the first step. It is very tightly against the bookshelf behind it, because I have what was a shoe rack, but it's just a small little 2-shelf thingy. That's been cleaned since then, but on the floor, and it's got my consoles on it. And I can't shift it further under the desk because then it wobbles, because it sits on top of the foot of the desk itself. So everything is tightly stuck together, which means that the actual like hat holders that are in the back are actually touching the bookshelf, which isn't ideal, but it's an improvement over having them sitting on one another and smooshing each other on the table that they were on before. So, slow incremental improvements. That is the life of a STREM person. Yes, I think. I think I got everything set up for today. I was rushing around. I don't have like a pre-launch checklist. I probably should have a pre-launch checklist. I know I got the bouncy turned on for the Chantel. I know I got captions running. I know I actually went live and turned off emote only. These are all good things. I updated the titles. I updated the ending screen. I've done basically everything except open the game. So, you know. I also remembered to run and get beverages. We are still getting the final bits of the... I will hydrate in just a second. We are getting the final bits of the rain from the hurricane today. Not that there was a hurricane today. Oh gosh, now my sentences don't make any sense. We're getting the final bits of the hurricane. passing over us. So we still have rain today. And as we know, my stream, my internet service provider, or preventer rather, doesn't really like rain. Rain tends to make things wobbly. Thank you, Key Squared. I will hydrate. I did acquire hydration units prior to the stream. The final bits? What do you mean the final bits? We still have a lot of Mass Effect left, as far as I know. But last week, I got an achievement in the Steam. Oh, the final bits of the... Yes. The weather tomorrow does not have any rain in the forecast. Oh, thank you, Lord Portico, for the 100 biddies. Thank you much. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, no, it's... You're great, Key Squared. I just didn't follow. Yeah, there is no rain in the forecast for tomorrow. So I think today is the end of it, which is good. Also, as much as I really tried, I always try to wake up on the weekends earlier. Because during the week, when I have to go to work, I get up. I get up in the morning, I make it to work between 8 and 9, or sorry, 7 and 8. No, actually, between 8 and 8:30. I make it to work between 8 and 8:30. I don't allow people to schedule meetings with me before 9 a.m. because I know it's a struggle. And I usually work through lunch, so... And I'm not hourly, so it doesn't really matter that much unless I am scheduled to be there for something at 8 a.m. I just don't. But so during the week, it's not an issue. Saturday and Sunday, for some reason, I can't get out of bed. What's funny is I've been taking every other Friday off, and I still get up on Friday morning. But Saturday and Sunday, I don't stay up any later, but I don't get up until 10 a.m. at the earliest, despite setting alarms. And I put my freaking alarm on the other side of the room, so I have to get out of bed to go and turn it off. That doesn't help. I do it in my sleep. I get up, I walk over, I turn off the thing, I walk back to the bed with my phone in my hand, having silenced the alarm, and fall asleep again. So like today, I got up enough to like turn off my alarm. I turned on Urban Bohemian's stream, said hi in the chat, fell asleep. And then when he raided over to Stephen Joy's, I woke up enough to say hi in the chat and fall asleep again. And I didn't actually get up until 11. And I have not found a solution for this, but wow, it is, that's part of why I rushed around today, because after like getting up, having some food, etc., I was rushing to get set up. And the thing is, I don't understand it, because like if you keep a consistent sleep schedule, that would be the same time like every day of the week. What's weird is, like, my body would prefer stay up until 2, get up at 10. And I can't do that during the week. And I make myself go to bed before 2 on the weekends, but my body is like, no, we're sleeping until 10 because you don't have anything to do. And I'm like, but I do have something to do. I need to be awake so I can watch Herb and Steven. And so... it's frustrating because I want to watch their streams, but then I don't manage to be awake for them. So anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, I was going to say part of the reason it's frustrating is for me, when I don't wake up at like the normal get up time for work days, it feels like my weekend days are shorter. Like I have less time to do something with, because in actuality, I have less awake time to do stuff. And so then I feel like I have lost time when I sleep later, which frustrates me. I don't know how I'm going to solve it. It's more of an observation of rah. But the this all stemmed from, I was going to mention that I was in a lot less pain when I got up today. I don't know if it had to do with me sleeping in longer and whatnot, but for like the last week I've had back pain. I don't know what the trigger was for it, but then I do know why it was stupendously terrible yesterday, which was that on Friday I was moving some really heavy archival boxes. I was pulling heavy archival boxes off of a shelf above my head and then having to shift them down an aisle that was barely wide enough for my shoulders to fit down in order to get them to a cart that wouldn't fit down the aisle because the aisle's too narrow for the cart to go down. But I had to pull those boxes because a patron wanted to use them. And then the other boxes were left over from one of the archival streams, and I needed to put them on a shelf to go back to storage. And so I was lifting a bunch of heavy boxes on Friday, which my back objected to. Probably because it was already hurt and should have been not lifting things. But whatever. My body allocating time for sleep, yes. It probably is, Portico. It's just frustrating to me. I have spoken to my therapist about it, and her suggestion was that if I actually do want to get up at that time, I need to make a commitment to somebody for something, and then I would get up. So she actually asked me, how well did I know Urban Bohemian? And could I make a commitment to him to be awake for his stream? I was like, I don't really know him that well. I don't know him well enough to be like, I'm going to make a commitment to you to be awake for your stream, and will you hold me to it? No. I know him from being an audience member in his stream. I don't know him well enough to make that sort of request. But yes, that would probably get me up. Anyway, these are the things. I don't know. I believe in all of my research that this sort of thing is not atypical for someone with ADHD. So it's probably related to that. Yeah, Portico. It's not a big deal. During lockdown, when I was doing the grocery shopping weekly, I got up and was at the grocery store every Sunday at 8 a.m. Because I had committed to doing the grocery shopping, and I needed to shop at 8 a.m. because that was when the reserved time for seniors and immunocompromised people ended, and it was Sunday morning, so people were going to church. Therefore, there were less people at the grocery store, and that was the safest time for me to shop. It was also the time when there were less things on the shelves. But after the vaccines came out, I stopped doing the grocery shopping, and Philip returned to doing the grocery shopping. It was an entire year that I went grocery shopping once a week. I despise grocery shopping, and I'm not the one that does the cooking. So when they were out of something, I had to text and say, I don't know what you want to substitute for this, because I don't know how to cook it. I don't know what good substitutions are. Anyway, all of this is neither here nor there and has nothing to do with the game. I should maybe launch the game application itself so that we can move on from the streamer loading screen to the game loading screen. Incidentally, I think 3 times now tried to say something, and I don't remember if I ever did, which was last week, I finally got the achievement from Steam Paramour 1. Establish a romantic relationship in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. I wonder if this is the longest it has taken for somebody who intended to have a romantic relationship to actually get the romantic relationship achievement. Yes, many effects of the mass. Hi, Iron Trout, how are you? This we are not playing Mass Effect. We are playing Kaidan Effect. I understand how you could mistake it for the Mass Effect, but it is very much a Kaidan focused game. So I'm just waiting for the splash screen to go away so that I can actually start up the Mass Effect 3 application, so that when I switch to the game screen, there will be something being captured, because launching Legendary Edition launches a separate executable. So even though I had something showing on my screen, you wouldn't have been able to see it. Okay, I'm going to attempt to shift us to the game screen. I had to pause because usually on Sundays when I say that, the ISP drops us out. So I had to check and see. Look, it is an effect of the masses. The masses? Yes, and the effect of the masses, right? I don't know. I am weird today. I apologize. Also, I'm wearing my Ross shirt. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. Yesterday, I don't know who all was here for yesterday's stream, but yesterday's stream was really fun. Yesterday was my Ultima game. We're playing Ultima 6, and at some point during the stream, Dr. Cat showed up. Dr. Cat was one of the head developers on Ultima 6 and wrote all of the dialogue in the entire game. And he hung out in my chat and shared stories about him and his friends who they wrote into the game. And it was an amazingly good time. Oh, the coconut cake was good. We couldn't find, there were so many different recipes. One of them was, I don't know. We ended up using the boxed Duncan Hines Special Edition Dolly Parton Southern Coconut Cake Mix. And then actually adding some coconut milk into that cake mix. And then for the frosting, a lot of them used like sour cream frostings or cream cheese even. One of them was a mix of sour cream and Cool Whip, I believe. But Philip ended up doing a Swiss buttercream, which was good, if slightly too salty for my tastes. And I think that was because he used salted butter instead of unsalted butter. But I like Swiss buttercream. I wish that the frosting had been slightly sweeter. I don't know that I would have wished that if it had been unsalted butter. It read to me as salty, and I would have preferred sweeter. The thing is, I didn't want American buttercream because American buttercream is cloyingly sweet. So overall, great cake. We'll probably have it again with some minor alterations to the frosting. We did not soak it with coconut rum. Philip, I think, would enjoy that. I probably wouldn't because I would taste the alcohol, and that's all I would taste. I have this. So there are certain things where if they're in a dish, it's all I taste at all. Lemon. So like when people spritz lemon on fish or on a steak or something like that, if I do that, all I will taste is the lemon. So I go no lemon. White onions, unless they are fully cooked, all I will taste is the white onion. And if there's been alcohol used in cooking the dish, unless it has cooked substantially after the alcohol was added to the point where the alcohol has fully burned away, I will taste that there's alcohol in it. So I just avoid those things. So for someone else's cake, yes. For my cake, probably not. Yeah, we did buttercream with coconut flakes. All right. So we are in the middle of a mission on the Citadel. The one that involves Ambassador Din Korlak here in the apartments. That is where we left off. I don't remember what the mission is, so I'm going to look up the mission summary for it. Philip, Iron Trout was suggesting that the cake itself should be soaked in coconut rum. Which I think you would like, but I think I would taste the alcohol and that it wouldn't be great for me. I think you could soak the cake in coconut milk or coconut water and infuse more coconut flavor into it. It's just for me, I wouldn't want the alcohol portion. If you soak coconut flakes in coconut rum, I don't know. I've never tried. GX12 thermal pipe, medical supplies. Volus Ambassador. This is the one that we're currently working on. A very boozy porridge. A message from Primarch Victus implicates Volus Ambassador Din Korlak as a possible Cerberus informant. Investigate the ambassador at the Presidium embassies. That was what the mission log said. According to the map, though, we're here in the Commons, and Ambassador Din Korlak is in the apartments. And there was something at some point that directed us here. So we're going to be looking for which apartment we can enter. Not a good cake topper at all. Oh, Blasto! Okay. I don't know if it's this one. I doubt it is, but...
Damn, wrong door. He needs you alive to stop Cerberus.
Cerberus is after a Turian colony. Kill me, and they get it.
No!
Drop my name.
Shepard's investigating. He's a recent acquaintance. How recent? Very. Shit. All right, I'm listening.
Oh dear. Are we gonna get to finally kill Zaid? Sorry, I know he was our companion in ME2.
Shepard. Glad I wasn't just making an ass of myself over a hunch. Undisciplined bastards. This is what I get for signing up at the last minute.
Where's Korlak?
I'm here, Commander.
At least he's alive.
You saved my life. I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
Ooh, coconut cream, condensed milk, and rum. Oh, that... it sounds really good. Apart from the rum part. But yeah. I think it's one that we're going to experiment with until we find exactly how I like it. Because now that I know coconut cake exists, I need to try many versions of it to find the perfect one. We were trying to limit the amount of work involved, which is how the Dolly Parton cake mix came to be a part of it. Also, apparently Duncan Hines has a limited edition run of Dolly Parton cake mixes. Hashtag not sponsored.
Did those mercs hurt you?
I'm fine. They wanted me alive until the fees were delivered for my capture. They didn't care about what I had to say.
You kept mentioning a colony in your message.
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
Turn? You already betrayed your own people.
We saved your life.
Aw, dang. Is
Tell us
Zaid
what
being a
planet you
good
put in
guy?
danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you could give us both.
Yeah.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
Beat him, Zaid. No, that is not the option we're going to take because we don't like Zaid. Shadows, I'm not sure. The shoulder piece definitely could be. Oh! You have a kid version, which would be the version for me. Coconut cream, condensed or evaporated milk, and toasted coconut flakes to soak the layers. Yeah. See, that would work for me. Bombers, colony safe. And we're gonna go the Paragon route here. I want everything.
You tried to do the right thing before. It failed because you trusted the wrong people. Now here's your chance to make up for it. You're giving us Volus support, and you're going to help us make Cerberus pay for using you.
I can't.
You can.
Waste of everyone's time trying to appeal to a Volus's better nature, Shepard.
Aphis?
The colony's name is Aphis. Cerberus wants its shipyards.
Cerberus is not
And
going
a
to get
bombing
them.
Yes, it's yours, Commander. I'll speak with Citadel Security about this incident.
Oh, he's totally gonna die from the assassin, isn't he?
You have my thanks.
Is Aphis where aphids are from?
Took him long enough to spin
I
that
don't
out.
know.
Zaid, what are you doing here?
Later, C6 on their way. Won't be too pleased with the mess we left them. Catch up with me at the docks if you like.
So I think soaking a cake basically means you take a brush and like brush it on the after you've like sliced it so that it's flat. You take a brush and like brush it on so that it soaks into the cake, rather than like taking the cake and sticking it in the in a like a bowl of it. Soaking it is it's not the same as like immersing it in the liquid. It is taking the liquid and brushing it on so that some of it soaks down into the cake to infuse it with flavor and keep it moist. This is why I'm a baker. I know certain things. All right. Oh gosh. Who else do we need to see while we're here on the Citadel? I suppose we need to go and talk to Zaid now. As much as I don't care for Zaid. Not trying to flood the cake, just drizzle it to add a little moisture and flavor. Yeah. So I think we need to go back to the holding area on the docks to find out what the heck Zaid wants. I'm sure there are people that like Zaid as a character. I'm just not one of them. ED, Joker, and Cortez. Console? Commander Bailey. Anyway. Why is it on secondary codex? Okay. Look at all these Citadel missions. Batarian codes. Consult the Spectre terminal. And then locate access points on the Citadel. Yeah, there's a lot of people at the bar. I feel like we've run through the entire Citadel once already, and now there's like all of these missions. Find the ciphers. and deliver them. Find a sample of the toxin, deliver it to the hospital. Some of these we're going to fulfill off the Citadel. Cacliosaur fossil. Find one and return it to him on the Presidium. Okay. Meet Tactus in the refugee camp. That's one that we can do while we're here. Shore leave. Bring the Normandy to the Citadel. That one I'm not supposed to do yet. Don't go to the Admiral's office. Right. Okay then. Let us run around and say hi to all the peoples one more time before we leave the Citadel. Just to see if we can progress any of these. I think there's probably just the Tactus one, and then talking to Zaid that we can do. Proper way to squeeze toothpaste. Designing an odometer for a wheelchair. Yes. Yes, amazing. Shore leave. I am wearing a Starfleet related shirt though, so shore leave is dangerous.
Hello, Shepard.
At least there are no mountains to climb. Although we've already done our mountain climbing.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods.
Last week. Here, in the Presidium Commons.
Sporting Goods.
When we had our date. Our very first date.
To Casa Fabrication.
Yellow alert. Oh, shore leave. I was like, what? What's yellow alert about? Ariake Technologies chest plate.
Casa Fabrication weaponry hasn't forgotten Earth. Neither should you.
Well, our ship has gone rogue. So I think when we go on shore leave, we all just take entire full days. Run, just run. We leave the ship unattended. Yeah, there's nothing more here on the Commons. This Solarian is not having much luck fixing that monitor. Edie's always there anyway. Oh, I don't want rapid transit at the moment. That takes me to DLC missions. I don't know why I'm checking these. There's nothing in particular that I wish to buy unless they happen to suddenly have fish in them.
Welcome to Elcos Combine Arsenal Supply.
E-gel thermal circuit. These conduits channel massive quantities of thermal energy via a thermal conductive gel, typically used in the cooling systems of large-scale EZO drive cores.
Don't be left out in the cold. Ask about our full service
Is
warranty.
that a weapons mod? I'm uncertain.
If it exists, we carry it.
It's only 1,000. I'll buy it. I don't know if I'll end up using it, but
Please visit any of our
it stuck out because it was inexpensive and I wasn't sure what it was. It didn't specifically say like pistol mod.
Spectre status recognized.
You better recognize my Spectre status. Alright.
One moment.
Gonna go in reverse order. We'll start with the hospital. Although we're probably gonna have to come back to the hospital after visiting the refugees. But there was something on the map listed as console. I don't know why, but it means that that is an item of interest. Oh, I don't have enough to increase metagel capacity anymore. Console. In lab services, which is sector 2 here, so when I go through here. Console. Is it like a Nintendo console or a PlayStation console? Possibly an Xbox?
No, this is Shepard. I found one of the code loops.
Okay, I'll shut it down.
Oh,
Just
sweet.
need to authorize your Spectre status.
Um,
Someone used this to cut off power to a dozen life support machines in the hospital. Okay, that access code is officially disabled. Can you find any more?
Can you find any more? The way it was said sounded very much like, would you like to know more? Which reminds me, I bought the new Starship Troopers game, but I have not had a chance to play it at all. Oh, another console. Wait, no, that is the console that we just interacted with. Never mind. From what I saw, and the reason I bought it, besides liking Starship Troopers,
Spectre status recognized. Please
it
press
looked really similar to like StarCraft. It's like a that sort of like tower defense style
purgatory.
game. But I've been
I've watched reports on some of the things you're fighting.
Well, it won't stop a Reaper, but an extra second of shielding can be life or death.
So Vortex makes good shield capacitors?
The best. They don't skip on plating either. Love it.
Sounds like you want to get back out there to try it out.
You know? A little. Can't wait to show it off to the team. Maybe I can take point more off it now.
I don't remember what I was talking about. Something about the Starship Troopers game, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I haven't played it because I've been busy trying to finish all of the class stories in Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Look who's here. The Blue Suns, Blood Pack, and Eclipse are in my pocket. I'll send them to war when
We've had this conversation how many times?
Is there anything on your mind?
No.
We'll talk later.
She's in a holding pattern until we
Sure.
actually progress that one. Are they gonna be on the dance floor? The very creepy dance floor? With very sexualized dancing of a heterosexual nature? Hello, bartender. Alright, none of these people. I also don't see... Oh, I should check the map. Nope, no console here for us. Arya is a strong woman who, is a bit reprehensible, but I think because she's had to do things to survive. Well, that conversation was interesting. Drink. I'll find him.
Shepard, you made it. Come have a drink with me.
I like Cortez. We don't
You're looking
see
happy.
him very much, but...
You had it right. Yesterday can't change. Tomorrow, we might all be dead.
Oh no.
Today is what matters. I'm not wasting it.
I wouldn't have thought a club would be the
I think
thing.
he's drunk.
You don't have to get all hot and bothered to appreciate graceful dancing. There's an energy here. There's light. And some of the eye candy in the crowd isn't too shabby either.
He's definitely drunk. He's gone past the, like, standing and looking at the wall of the missing to mourn his husband and is now drinking the feelings away and trying to pretend that he's not still sad. Oh, Cortez. Oh dear. Look at my options. I'm eye candy too, or I'll be watching the ladies. Well, we know I won't be watching the ladies.
I'm hurt.
Who said I'm not? But I know there's something between you and Kate.
Yes!
Here.
You are correct, Cortez.
To you, Steve.
And to you, Shepard. A good friend when I needed one most. Thank you. For everything.
Now he seems less drunk, but he certainly seemed drunk earlier.
I'll see you back on the Normandy.
But yeah, I definitely miss them, and I will not be joining that dance. Oh my god, we've done that once and it was disturbing. I mean, it was just like sexy hetero dancing, but the lower bar. I clearly did miss them. Oh, there they are. And Garrus is here too? Or is that Victus? I don't know, I think it's Garrus.
Hey, Commander. I was just about to get us another round.
So, looks like you two are having fun.
Yes. Joker has been smiling and laughing at a significantly higher rate since he and I agreed upon a relationship. I mean, he is happier.
Good. Aw, he's cute.
It seemed like you two might make a good match.
I was not so certain. When I first presented this body to Jeff, he seemed aloof.
Really? What did Joker say?
He said I didn't have to conform to some feminine ideal in order to impress him. I then called him on his bullshit, and we then proceeded to talk normally. After your encouragement, his attitude exhibited signs of change. He said he was reluctant, but you convinced him to go for it.
I might have helped a little.
I see.
I mean,
Thank you for your support, Shepard.
it seemed like encouraging their relationship was a good idea. Aw. I can't talk to Joker. I can only talk to Edie.
You just introduced me as your personal assistant, Matt.
Yeah, well, it's the only way to get you inside.
But you know I am not one. Why deceive others?
You don't really want to introduce yourself as an AI with Uber-based code. They would lynch you.
That would be an inefficient way to render me non-functional.
That would be an inefficient way to render me non-functional. Oh boy.
Your turn. Counselor Tavos.
Hot, but points off for attitude.
Shaira the consort.
Hot, I guess? Can we stop this? You're freaking me out.
Dalatraz Nimron.
Ew.
Your turn.
Oh,
Counselor
they're just gonna repeat.
Hot, but points off for attitude.
Oh, it's just an officer.
Consort.
The banner of the first regiment.
Oh!
That should put some steel in their spine.
Apparently that was a turn-in for a quest.
The banner of the first regiment.
Either that or we may have already done that, and if so, I don't know why it's still triggering as an option, but okay. I swear we ran through the Citadel on the way to do the date with Kaidan. I thought we had turned in all the things, but apparently we didn't.
Spectre status recognized. 1 moment.
Apparently our Spectre status is the only reason we're allowed to run around the Citadel at this point. Otherwise, why would the elevator keep commenting on it? I think we do need to visit the Spectre office because there was a quest that mentioned doing so, but I don't know. We'll do it. I run, but I run weird.
I have excellent news. Your daughter's paperwork has been processed. You said it was impossible. How did you know? Well, I
Oh, it's them.
a few favors. Maybe even stayed up a few nights.
I never recognized who was actually talking.
Everything's in order, and your daughter leaves for Thessaly tomorrow. A caretaker will travel with her to ensure she Thank you so much. Why don't you go spend the time you have left with her? I'll take care of the rest.
Aw. The time you have left? Wait, what have I forgotten about their conversations? Is her mom dying? Or is it because she's going to Thessia? I feel like I've forgotten a lot of their conversation. I don't think there's anything new that we need from Bailey.
Hey, Shepard. I have to admit, the place feels safer with you here. Everyone's walking around in a daze, or in my case, limping. And I wonder if we'll ever be the same. These are dark days for all of us.
All right, none of those are new options.
You got your work cut out for you.
You and me both, Shepard.
I mean, it's little background conversations, and we haven't had any involvement in it, but it progresses each time. The thing is, I just don't remember. I'm sure you can find the text of the side convos somewhere. Possibly not like in the game as something I can go and look at, but all right. So there was a thing in the journal that mentioned the Spectre. Which one was it? Cerberus ciphers? No. Batarian codes. Consult the Spectre terminal and then locate access points on the Citadel. I thought we had consulted? Yeah. Okay. Because we've done everything here except authorize surveillance. And that one was just because, like, authorizing free access to retail outlets' surveillance feeds seemed kind of like not something I really wanted to do. So I think we've already done what we needed to do in here. Maybe this is the consoles that we're finding. I don't know. I think it's interesting who chooses to play FemShep versus MaleShep, and why. What's some of the like hardest core gamers that I know or watch. I don't really know them, but some of the like straightest male gamers that I've ever watched play prefer to play female protagonists, mostly especially in like third-person games, because they're looking at the character's butt through the entire game and they want to look at a woman's butt, and I can understand that. Because, you know, I would prefer to look at the guy's butt if I have to. It doesn't mean I won't ever play a female character, but if I have a choice, usually I end up going with a male character, especially if it's third person and I'm going to be looking at their backside the entire game. I'm just running around seeing if there's any triggers. Preacher we've spoken to. Batarian State Arms has nothing that we need. Oh, it's Zaid. Hi, Zaid! You frightening person.
Nothing. Wondered if you'd show up, Figured you'd be too busy recruiting goddamn armies for this war you're in charge of.
I could always use more help.
I'll bet. I've seen footage of what happened on Earth. Tell you what, I'll see if some old contacts of mine are still around. can't promise you anything, but if enough of them are still breathing, I can lend a hand.
Yep. Come and help out. I'll hold my nose.
Do you know the current leader of the Suns?
Vosk? Don't remind me. Little scumbag shot his mouth off on a patrol mission once. Got half his squad killed. Real popular after that. We couldn't boot him from the Suns fast enough. Should have ended his tenure with a bullet.
Do you know the current leader of the
Yeah.
Suns?
Vosk?
I don't know. I think I've made it clear that I am not a fan of Zaid. I wonder how other people who play the game feel about Zaid. He seems like a safari big game hunter kind of guy, and the only reason you play Male Shep is the Tali romance. And see, the thing is, I wish oh gosh, how do I want to say what I'm trying to say? It makes a lot of sense to have characters available for romancing that are a variety of sexualities. So having characters who are only available to romance as part of a heterosexual relationship, or having characters that are only available to romance as part of a homosexual relationship. The tendency towards making all characters bisexual, or as has been called, player sexual, so that if the player character romances them, they are receptive. I understand from a game design standpoint, in that they wanted to make more options available for same-sex relationships in the games while still allowing the opposite-sex relationships to be a part of it, or to be available. I get that. I will say, when I come across a character who is exclusively a homosexual relationship option, I am very happy about that. That said, some of the ones they've put forward, I would prefer were less stereotypical. I'm thinking of Dragon Age Inquisition and Dorian. I like Dorian. I wish he was less of a scoundrel. Also, Mass Effect Andromeda, and probably my favorite romance option there is also a scoundrel. Why do they keep making all of the exclusively gay male romance options somewhat liars and cheats and scoundrels? I don't know, but it's annoying.
Look at me now.
Doing better?
Did you ever doubt me? Don't answer that.
Did you ever doubt me? Don't answer that. Yeah.
You just gonna stand there and watch?
I mean, it's a good view.
You're kind of making me nervous, Commander.
All right. I don't. We've been through all of that. And there's no more here. Zaid does seem like someone who would say "clever girl" right before being eaten alive. Anyway, I don't know. I'm digressing too much today. Yeah, Tali. So their original plans for these games, it would have been nice. Like, if I'm remembering correctly, I believe Kaidan was always supposed to be a romance option for Male Shepherd, but they didn't get it actually in the game until Mass Effect 3. Make Cullen like guys. That would be great, actually. I think there are mods that do it. I would like that option, despite how much I like the character. I wish, yes, he should be available as a romance option for male Inquisitors.
I have a little brother. He went off-planet to try and make money, hung with a lousy crowd. A week before the Reapers, my brother sent me this exciting hided message. He'd found an organization with lots of pay, benefits. He snuck me a photo of the shiny new armor they gave him. White and yellow armor, man.
Am I supposed to know what white and yellow armor means? I don't. So if somebody does, please share. My problems with Cullen stemmed from who his voice actor is, and his voice actor is not a great person. So,
Knowles, I found another spot where the Batarian codes were used.
Holy crap. These are the remote navigation codes. Last week's crash at the docks, we thought it was an accident. Shepard, there were 117 Alliance soldiers on that ship. All human. Just like the patients at the hospital.
So we've got Batarian codes. And some...
Looks like... Okay. This code's offline now as well. Should just be one left, Commander.
yeah. Yeah, Portico. I agree with that. The damnation. I don't know what happened with the voice line there and why the audio on it trailed off. That was very odd. All right. Okay, so is there what? Another console I need to find? All right, back to where we just were. Over near James, there is a console. White and yellow is Cerberus. Thank you. I think part of why I've been frustrated by the romance options is because, like I said, I've been playing through all of the class stories for Star Wars: The Old Republic, and all of them have romance options. None of the romance options in the base class stories are same-sex relationship options. It's not until you get into like the expansion portions that are past the base class stories that you finally start to have some same-sex relationship options. Again, another BioWare title.
Knowles, this is where the last access code was used.
What's that, Commander? I'm losing your signal.
Oh, hello, Gunn.
Shepard.
Balak.
You should have killed me on that asteroid over Terra Nova. I've been waiting for this. Everything that has happened to my people is your fault.
My fault?
All I did was stop you at Terra Nova.
Yes. After you ruined my plans, my government accelerated research efforts on the Leviathan of Dis. Have you heard of it, Commander? The ancient organic dreadnought my people recovered from Jar Jar 20 years ago? Sound familiar?
A Reaper.
Didn't sound familiar to me, but okay.
Yes. Looking for a way to reclaim our place as the true power of the galaxy. Hundreds of our best scientists were enlisted.
And then they became indoctrinated.
When the Reapers reached Karshan, our own people betrayed us. Defense grids were deactivated.
And this is my fault because?
We were destroyed from within because of you.
I didn't destroy your people, Balak. The Reapers did that.
We were a proud race. A beautiful race. Have you seen what the Reapers have done to us? I'm trapped on this citadel. Our warships only know the locations of Reaper forces because I've tapped Council transmissions. I am the highest ranking military officer left in the hegemony, and I can't save my people. But I can end you.
Join us, you need me, or kill him. I mean, there's really only one option.
Balak, you sent that asteroid toward Terra Nova to help your people. But what does killing me accomplish?
Vengeance. The Bahak system, well...
It would have died anyway when the Reapers showed up. You know that. I'm uniting the Krogan and the Turians. We're the best hope for this galaxy.
If you care about your people, you'll work with us.
Our ships are yours.
Woo!
Shepard, are you all right?
But also,
Fine.
you freaking killed a bunch of
You won't
humans.
have any more trouble with those codes.
Is that... Do you want me to arrest him?
I want you to put a bullet in his head. But we're all making some sacrifices today. Let him go. Spectre Authority.
Understood, Commander. And thanks.
All right. We've recruited the Batarians. I think that we have done all we can on the Citadel for the moment. Oh, looky there. What? Oh. Yes, indeed. Don't go unprepared. Remember that F5 is your quick save option. Where possible, save while meditating in front of the fish tank at the Normandy Bay Aquarium. If the baddies get too close, tell them to F off with a melee attack. Also, remember that Kaidan is watching you. Make good choices and use only the best armor and weapon protection before side questing. And apparently it is time for some self-care, and I see a hat trick. Okay. Thank you, Portico, for... Oh, the stretch. Oh, wow. Yes, stretching, good. Thank you. Oh, posture. I will attempt to be better with the posture and hydration. Shadows, is there a particular hat that you would like? The SR2 hat. Sure. Getting it off the stand, slightly difficult for a second there. Thank you for redeeming a hat trick. We will indeed don the SR2 hat. Thanks. Zoop. Put this one back on the rack. Thanks again for redeeming a hat trick. And then we're back to the game. Quick self-care and hat trick, very useful. I did save. Thank you for, Lord Portico actually reminding me about the quick save option, which reminded me that I had not saved at all today. All right, we're heading to the ship, I think. Because I don't know what else to do here.
You're sure of what you saw?
Yes, Sergeant.
Heard from your brother since then?
No, Sergeant.
Is this the same conversation? I don't remember.
Levy. I'll see if I can get you fighting Reapers instead of Cerberus.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. You won't thank me so much when you're eye deep in husks.
Yeah. Yeah, not the same conversation, but... To the ship! We must visit the fish. And also check in with Kaidan now that we've been on a date. Oh, Dr. Chakwas wants to talk to us, apparently.
Commander? Commander?
No messages. Hello, Elaki. How are you today? All right. Here, having their names listed doesn't really mean that they have anything new to say. Oh, yeah, we had our very first date on the Citadel with Kaidan at the end of last week's stream.
Maximum dynamic pressure is approaching. Throttle down for minimal resistance.
Thanks, Mom.
If that is how you categorize me, I will tell you to stop slouching. Hello, Shepard. Hello,
Oh,
Shepard.
Edie has good comebacks.
Commander. Commander.
Okay. Let's check out the fishes.
Liara mentioned something about possibly meeting you on the Citadel next time you're there.
I was just there. I just met with her. You're behind the times, trainer. Hello, fishies! And we have the tiny little jellies in there now, too. And Space Hamster. No Caden in the bed yet, but, alright. I'm gonna cycle appearances. Which one did we try? We tried that one last time we went out. I was gonna try these others, but honestly, I think this is the one that we're gonna go with. Oh. I love that I discovered that you can do that. Alright, CIC crew deck. I don't know that there's anything I need to... She said Chakwas wanted to talk with us, so I think that's where we go, but also I should check in with Caden. Is it starboard observation? It is. Hello.
Can't talk right now.
Oh.
Can't talk right now.
Okay. That was not the reaction I was expecting after the date. There's nobody in here. Dr. Chocolates.
I find using my biotics to toss someone across the room is a decent attention grabber.
Yes, but it's also a good way to draw enemy fire.
Well, you can handle yourself in a fight now, Liara. I mean, not that your biotics weren't impressive the first time we met.
I have had my fair share of opportunities to use them these past few years.
This must be why he couldn't talk right now.
Got through in one piece. Sounds like you have a few stories to tell.
He was busy talking to Liara. Alright, nothing new there. List of recent purchases by Zaid Masani. Armax Arsenal Incendiary Grenades bulk purchase. Thermal Clips bulk purchase. Metagel bulk purchase. M451 Firestorm Fuel bulk purchase. Ablative armor plating. Han Kadar field rations. Casa Fabrication Weapon Repair Kit. Mount Milgram triple distilled 45-year-old Scotch whiskey 2 bottles. And rifle parts. Discontinued Avenger series.
Feel free to look around.
Yeah.
Feel free to look around. Feel
That
free to look
does
around.
seem like a Zaid grocery list. Dr. Chocolates. See, now, always going to be Dr. Chocolates.
Later.
Oh, gosh. Very dismissive. All right. Do you have chocolates for me?
You always pull through, Commander. We've received the supplies from Tactus.
Oh,
everything good?
Awesome.
Indeed. We've acquired some very useful equipment. As such, I've been able to enhance the effectiveness of our Medigel delivery systems. I've also collated information that Liara may find of interest. Check with Cliff.
Sweet!
So, Udina finally went over the edge. I never really liked the man. Now I know why. Feeling okay, Commander? Feeling okay, Commander?
Cool. So that's a new upgrade, actually, that we got. And that was a turn-in for a quest, which is why she wanted to see us again. Reassign powers? No. Power bonuses. So actually, we need to run back over to the other side and visit Glitch. Medbay surgery. This minor surgery will erase all scarring from your cybernetic implants. If you forego any cosmetic improvements, you will instead get a small boost to your overall health. I thought we already took care of all of the scarring. Health bonus. Use the medbay to improve your health. Wait. Yeah. Sure. So I think I chose the medbay health increase rather than getting rid of all scarring? I thought we already got rid of all the scarring. I'm confused. Bonus powers. Which one did I have? Carnage, Reeve, Barrier. Again, slightly confused. Foucault currents. Shadows, good luck. It can be a lot of work. I think I'm bonus powers. I don't know. What is this? This reassigned power bonuses? I don't recognize any of these. Have I just not bought one at all? Rip a target into shreds with this vicious blast. Collateral to enemies nearby, effective against armor. Drain health. And disrupt resistances, receiving increased damage protection while in effect. Barrier. Reinforce armor with this biotic field. Detonate the field. So I have this, I think. This barrier thing. It's overload. Isn't it? Warp ammo is my bonus power. Okay. And so all of these would replace warp ammo. This was not especially clear to me. So thank you for the assistance in figuring it out. Blast vulnerable opponents already lifted by biotics for a damage bonus and weaken the armor of grounded targets. More weapon damage, more damage to barriers and armor. Versus any of these. Biotic body slam. Shoot through light cover or bring down. Okay. Protective Foucault currents. Purge the current and send its charge to your gauntlets for increased I don't really need the increased melee. I barely ever do melee. Defense matrix, barrier. Drain health and disrupt resistances. Receive increased damage protection. I feel like Reeve might be better than the warp ammo. Just in the way that I fight. I'm going to attempt. We'll see. I don't know. I think I can do the third level as well. We'll try it and we'll see. Drain health and disrupt resistances. Increase damage protection. All right. Ooh, our mission. Oh, wait. Interesting. All the Citadel ones are distributed now instead of. There. It was sorted by name before. Our list of Citadel quests has dropped, which is nice. I don't know what quests we're doing next. Now to find a shooting mission. Indeed, to try it out. We're on the crew deck. Engineering? Fitzsimmons!
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy SR-2 was completely spaceworthy prior to my installation.
See, Edie agrees with me.
Edie's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct. Processes that contribute to my self-awareness are spread throughout the ship.
See? Edie agrees with me.
But unlike Edie, our brains couldn't have existed without our bodies.
Wait, how do I support? He's somewhere else. Where is he? I was gonna support Donnelly, but he disappeared. I don't know where he is.
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy,
Where
just
is
like us.
Ken?
The ship was a spacefaring vessel before Edie even existed.
How do I support him?
Edie doesn't pilot the Normandy, she is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger.
Is he down on the next deck?
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
Come on, that thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
More like a bull that can climb and climb for days.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned Mass Effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed. No lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
If you want that, why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
I think this is how they flirt.
You want to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny?
I think that was them flirting.
That last mission on Noveria shows why I love the Code.
All you did was drop us off and bugger out. How are you proud of that?
I seem to remember being shot at the whole time, and everyone coming back in one piece, Mr. Vega.
Yeah, next time park it and come join the party, Esteban.
Diagnostics flagged excessive wear on a transducer. Replacing just in case. Good to see you, Commander. Good to see you, Commander.
Okay, well, we're not going to be supporting Adams over Donnelly in the other conversation. So unless it unbugs itself, it's just gonna like exist.
Hey.
Okay. Robo pupper, but I cannot pet. Weapon upgrades, procurement. I don't think we got any new armor stuff, did we? Wait, I think we did, didn't we? I don't know. Drops the health boost, increases weapon damage and headshot damage. I feel like possible. Arms, legs. This is the problem with playing once a week. I forget what we've done and what we haven't done. I don't know what we had. Undo changes. Rosenkopf. Thank you. But yeah, I think we got the Armax Arsenal to see. And honestly, it looks better and increases some damage. Sure. I still don't think I need any other weapons. But I have a little money. I can boost some of these things. Hornet, Matic, Talon, Scimitar, Eviscerator, Katana, Incisor. I don't know. This is where I get that there are people who would like sit here and completely work out the statistics on these things and like have a ton of fun doing it, and I'm much more intuitive. I'm just like, this feels good. Let's do this.
EDI doesn't pilot the Normandy. She is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before EDI even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy
I'm going to let the conversation go a little bit.
See, EDI agrees with me.
EDI's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct. Processes that contribute to my self-awareness are spread throughout the ship.
See? EDI agrees with me.
But unlike EDI, our brains couldn't have existed without our bodies.
That is a requisite for being organic. You have to look beyond that limited definition of life.
Joker pilots the Normandy. He doesn't take over EDI's body when he does that. When EDI controls the ship, she's piloting, just like Joker.
EDI doesn't pilot the Normandy. She is the Normandy.
No, she's a passenger in the Normandy, just like us. The ship was a spacefaring vessel before EDI even existed.
Engineer Donnelly is correct. The Normandy SR2 was completely spaceworthy prior to my installation.
See, EDI agrees with me.
EDI's mind and the Normandy are a whole entity now. You couldn't just move the processors in the AI core to another ship.
Engineer Adams is correct.
I understand what was going on and why it's bugged. It's because his location was tied to turning in the quest.
Kenneth is still installing the thermal conduit down in the crawl space. We'll have a report later.
Joker pilots the Normandy.
So I can't weigh in on that by supporting Donnelly unless I come back later when he's no longer down in the crawl space. I wonder, can I just switch levels and then go right back? Elixir, hi. We're not really doing inventory management in the same way in this game. It's not.
EDI doesn't pilot
Nope.
the Normandy. She
I guess we'll have to exit the ship and come back for that conversation to update properly. Inventory isn't really a thing in this game. We can upgrade weapons, but like we don't have to worry about inventory in this game. Ultima 6 inventory management apparently really necessary. Human resource simulator, yeah. This is Flirt Effect. I wanted to check this console real quick, and then we're gonna go out in the galaxy and find a mission to do. Hey, look at our war assets. They've increased. Volus bombing fleet. Volus prefer air power in conflicts, counting on the Turians for ground support. They maintain several flotillas of heavy bomber frigates capable of warfare in any atmosphere. Batarian fleet. The once formidable Batarian navy was all but annihilated when the Reapers struck Karshan. The enraged survivors have gathered into a single remaining fleet. Batarian refugees are enlisting by the thousands, desperate for a sense of purpose after the destruction of their home world. No collection of vessels is more eager to engage the Reapers than Karshan's last warships. Updated. As the highest-ranking officer left in the hegemony, Balak is now the last Batarian military leader. His leadership, drive, and barely contained fury have galvanized his troops. While Balak bears a deep hatred for the Alliance, he would do anything to save his people, and has grudgingly joined forces with humanity to stop the Reapers. Updated, Batarian refugees are rallying around the Pillars of Strength, finding courage in this sacred ancient artifact's recovery. We care about our employees now. Yeah. Well, in a romantic sense. Zaid Masani has a reputation as one of the most relentless and efficient mercenaries in the Terminus systems. Cerberus contacted Masani a few months after the Collectors were destroyed and offered him a job. Negotiations ended badly, and Masani now seeks out jobs that oppose his former employer's interests. He brings years of experience and finely honed survival skills to the fight against the Reapers. Mysteriously loses the Alliance rules on workplace relationships. Yes, please. Advanced Fighter Squadron. A squadron of advanced fighter ships was liberated from Cerberus forces in Noveria. Fast, agile, and remarkably fuel-efficient, these one-person spacecrafts pack surprisingly heavy firepower for their size. After the Alliance installed their own VI programs and swept for hidden bugs or transmission signals, they repainted the fighters and pressed them into service. And under the Solarians, Solarian Third Fleet. An Alliance Rear Admiral once unfairly dismissed the Solarian Third Fleet as nothing more than an overabundance of spy planes. While the Solarians rely heavily on gathering intelligence in any war, the Third Fleet's firepower is comparable to any other major naval force. Its vessels use the latest Guardian defense systems with improved tracking algorithms to handle a greater number of projectiles than older models. Even its scouting flotillas have been armed with hull-mounted Thanix cannons developed in conjunction with the Turian military. Updated. Now that their egg clutches are out of danger, the Solarian colony Senequal is shipping all the materials and weapons it can muster to the Third Fleet. Nice. We are well above minimum now, thankfully. Still likely to die. Allied forces are suffering losses from aggressive Reaper strikes on their positions. Troops assisting in a final push will have a strength of 40-75. Chances of success are poor. All right. And there's nothing here, is there? Yeah, no messages. Right. Time to head out into the world of the spaciness and do a mission. Somehow. Somewhere.
Commander.
Somewhere out there is a mission for us to do that will make Kaidan love us more. I don't know that that's true. Anyway, I don't know. I apologize. This is supposed to be the week, or the day of the week when we do musical gaming, so I was doing my best. Oh, really? When it was first out, you had to do multiplayer to get the full war assets? I can understand that from game design and from them wanting to encourage multiplayer. Multiplayer died off quickly, as I understand, or was either possibly like not super popular with everybody. And especially now, years after it came out, where there is not a robust multiplayer, I'm happy that that's not a thing anymore. At least I'm assuming it's not a thing anymore. Okay. Visit Anderson's apartment. is DLC that I've been told to wait on. Rendezvous with Aria's Fleet, also DLC that I have been told to wait on. You loved the multiplayer? I have never done any multiplayer in any Mass Effect. I'm assuming it was primarily PvP rather than PvE. And for me, multiplayer, I want something cooperative and PvE over PvP. That's just my preference. I have done some PvP stuff. I just don't enjoy it as much because I die a lot. And I would rather be cooperative because I die a lot otherwise. But nothing against people who enjoy the PvP. Oh, it was PvE always. That's pretty cool. That's sort of like in a game that died very quickly, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, or Aliens Fireteam Elite. It's always PvE, and so I enjoy them. You got to be a Krogan? Okay, that's kind of awesome. I'm going to fly out to Hades Gamma. It says 0%. We're going to scan. Wait. There's a game called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. It is Speed, the game. Keep talking and nobody explodes. Incidentally, I had thoughts about the wheel. I don't know what. Wait. Oh, yeah, I don't know Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. It's a recipe for anxiety. We're gonna find out. Oh, look. Another fuel depot. So many fuel depots. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had a thought about the wheel. Since there are so many games on the wheel, my plan of alternating between wheel games and Star Trek Online just doesn't really seem super feasible. So on Mondays, we will continue to just do the wheel. If I can figure out a way to start that stream any earlier, it would help, because then there would be more time with which to actually progress those games. But I haven't really figured out yet how to make that work. But I'm not giving up on Star Trek Online entirely. I think I will plan for Star Trek Online after we finish Mass Effect, and it will just become the new Sunday Space Day after Mass Effect. That is when I will stream a whole full playthrough of Star Trek Online. And that way, Monday will just be the wheel games, because alternating was gonna add even more time to before I got to people's games that they put on there, and I don't want to do that, because the wheel is getting very crowded. We have the planet Non-Nuel. Though it is one of the oldest entries in the star charts, Non-Nuel, I don't think I've read this one, or at least I don't recognize the name, so I'm reading it again. If I had previously. Non-Nuel has not yet been fully mapped. It is the largest body in the asteroid belt and the blue star Plutus, or asteroid belt of the blue star Plutus. Not only large enough to maintain a spherical shape, but also massive enough to retain the noxious carbon and sulfur dioxides venting from its many volcanoes as an atmosphere. Non-Nuel is rabidly volcanic, and the source of its great heat is also the source of its inordinate mass. Non-Nuel is a secondary source of element zero, coalesced around a large chunk of Ezo ejected by a supernova billions of years ago. Surface conditions are extremely hazardous. In addition to the thin crust and numerous magma flows, wide stretches of the landscape are coated with slippery ash and cinders ejected from the volcanoes. Orbital distance 30.08 AU, orbital period 94.0 Earth years, radius 4,439 kilometers, day length 46.9 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.88 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 127 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.85 G. I am planning to play through Andromeda. So it would be finish Mass Effect 3, play Andromeda, and then I will do a full playthrough of all of the currently out stories in Star Trek Online. So that will be my plan as far as that goes. And then after Star Trek Online, I probably am going to do Space Quest. Which is like King's Quest, but space. And then we'll see where we go from there. So I think that is the future plans for Sunday Space Day. All right, we got some things recovered here. I have all the Space Quest games, and they were on the wheel for a while. Just as, like, before people had started really adding games to the wheel, I threw some games on there. After people started filling it up with audience requests, I removed it from the wheel. I still want to play it. And so, yeah, I think it is in the future plans for today, for Sundays. After Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect Andromeda, Star Trek Online, and then Space Quest. Because it's been a long time since I played it, but I remember liking them. I don't know. I feel like we didn't read about these planets, but also I probably did. Mingito? Oh, look at it though. He's so pretty. It's like a green marble with a sort of like purpley gray streak across the center. Mingito is a sun-baked wasteland of sodium chlorates and radioactives. Its relatively light mass has left it tidally locked to the star Plutus, with a day-side hot pole and a night-side cold pole. The powerful solar wind has stripped most of the atmosphere away. Orbital distance 1.8 AU, orbital period 1.4 Earth years, radius 4,384 kilometers, day length 1.4 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0.2 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 675 Celsius, surface gravity 0.44 G. I do not know why, when I'm reading it fast and I get to the atmospheric pressure, I end up with the wrong emphasis on atmospheres, because I do atmospheric pressure 0.2 Earth atmospheres, which is not the correct pronunciation, but it happens kind of every time when I am trying to do the fast reading. Maedla. Maedla is a terrestrial planet with a light atmosphere of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. The surface is hot and mainly composed of magnesia with deposits of sulfur. Over a dozen volcanoes are currently erupting across the surface. Orbital distance 3.2 AU, orbital period 3.3 Earth years, radius 6,914 kilometers, day length 33.4 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.48 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 497 Celsius, surface gravity 0.88 G. I feel like I haven't read these ones before, so I'm doing it again, but I may have. Anyway. Clocrolis is a modest rock planet roughly the size of Mars. It has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of silicate rock with deposits of aluminum and other light metals. Clocrolis has a very weak magnetic field. In addition to very high levels of solar radiation, it is not suitable for Mass Effect drive discharge operations. Orbital distance 12.5 AU, orbital period 25.2 Earth years, radius 3,675 kilometers, day length 57 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.37 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 161 Celsius, surface gravity 0.39 G. Non-UL we just read. I don't think there's anything in the asteroid belt to discover because 100% of assets already acquired. So Vaeria. Vaeria is a huge hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane in its atmosphere. Orbital distance 56.05 AU, orbital period 239.2 Earth years, radius 78,204 kilometers, day length 10 Earth hours. And we have explored Plutus. Let's head over to Dis. Is it ruled over by Dispater? Yeah, I think we ran through here and did scanning, but we didn't actually read about any of the things. Jartar. Hey, wait, this is the Batarian system. He's a cute little purple marble. I love it. It's pretty. Okay, sorry. I might get... I love the planet art, which is part of why it's good. Yeah, the city of Dis. That's where my brain went. Jartar is a terrestrial world with trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The surface is hot and primarily composed of unremarkable silicates. Occasional deposits of aluminium, magnesium, and other light metals can be found. And, you know, I'm just going to switch between aluminum and aluminium at random. Because they're both correct, depending on which version of English you're speaking. Although this is very, very much spelled aluminum. Jartar is noted for the discovery of the Leviathan of Dis, the apparent corpse of a genetically engineered living starship. The Leviathan was found in the bottom of a crater by a Batarian survey team and estimated to be nearly 1 billion years old. It disappeared after a visit to the system by a Batarian dreadnought 20 years ago. Since then, the Batarians have steadfastly denied that the Leviathan existed at all the more vociferously when shown recordings of the corpse made by Solarian researchers. Orbital distance 1.85 AU, orbital period 2.8 Earth years, radius 1,410 kilometers, day length 2.8 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 82 Celsius, surface gravity 0.17 G. A jar of tar. Whoa, that's hard. A jar of tar, a Jartar. It's Jartar Binks. Oh gosh. Lord Portico. Oh my goodness. I see Elixir already threw points at you. Always weird to you because one of your earliest TTRPG characters was a dwarf named Dis in a Middle Earth game. Amazing. Amazing key squared. Nearum. Nearum. Nearum is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of basaltic rock. I don't know why I just said basaltic instead of basaltic, but anyway. It's funny, as I sight read them in a voice, sometimes my pronunciations come off really odd. Like, that's not how I say that word. Its most prominent feature is the Its most prominent feature is the Elos Rift Valley, a long volcanic divergence zone that stretches across half of the northern hemisphere. Orbital distance 3.15 AU, orbital period 6.3 Earth years, radius 6,779 kilometers, day length 31.7 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.67 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 58 Celsius, surface gravity 0.82 G. And we found a thing when we scanned in this system. Hey, look, it's a fuel depot. Amazing. But not too near rum, because then, like, everything will taste like it. Indeed, you are correct. This is how it works. Cleanse all. Cleanse all. Ooh, that one's really pretty. Look at it. It's all white with little red rivers. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know that they're rivers, but I'm choosing to think that the red is the water and the white is the surface, and oh, it's gorgeous. It's just so pretty. Cleansall. Cleansall is the latest product from the makers at whatever corporation, 3M. Hashtag not sponsored. Sorry, it's probably Cleansall, but now it's Cleansall. Cleansall has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its first geological surveys were performed by Batarians and suggested areas of great mineral wealth. Human mining concerns spent billions of credits hustling to the distant system and sinking test bores to claim the system for humanity. Of course they did, because the Batarians were the ones that surveyed it. Jojicorp! Yes, Jojicorp, absolutely. Acme would also make sense. But Klenzal had only an average level of mineral wealth, valuable, but hardly worth the rush and expense. Merida Industry, a small Mexican company hoping to strike it rich in their first extrasolar mining venture, had to file for bankruptcy protection. Sounds a lot like Acme. They rushed there only to have it slam in their faces. Investigation revealed the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping it would encourage human rivals to invest in a costly boondoggle. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals. Orbital distance 7.15 AU, orbital period 21.4 Earth years, radius 5,447 kilometers, day length 37.2 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.58 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature minus 35 Celsius, surface gravity 0.86 G. A boondoggle, indeed. But is it a cute boondoggle? Will it bark and will it eat lovely dog food and roll around on its back so that you can rub its belly? Will it play fetch with frisbees? What kind of boondoggle is it? Sorry. It could be all higgledy-piggledy. Ooh, we apparently recovered credits. And a cute boondoggle. This, possibly. Can you name them Gorge? Oh my gosh. Shadows points. An obtuse boondoggle? Oh golly gosh. Probably an American military one. I may have said that out loud. An obtuse boondoggle would be, oh gosh, what is... Oh, Brain. Hello, Brain. Where are you, Brain? Hang on one second. I'm thinking of a movie with Kelsey Grammer. It's The Pentagon Wars, which was about an obtuse boondoggle by the American military. What was the name of the tank? That's all I'm trying to recover from my brain. Oh, the Bradley. Yes, the Bradley. The M2 Bradley. Thank you very much, Key Squared. I was like, what would an obtuse boondoggle be? The Bradley. That would be an obtuse boondoggle. That was all I was trying to get, but my brain was like, oh, it's that tank. That tank from that they made a movie about that had Kelsey Grammer in it, and for the life of me I couldn't think of the name. The only tank name I could think of was the Sherman, and I knew that wasn't the right one. Ooh, oh gosh, these are some of my favorites. Look, it is like purple but with like a green sheen to it because there's oh gosh, I love it. Purple and green, like dark purple and like forest or hunter green are my favorite colors, and I love that they have used them in conjunction like this. Sorry, I may geek out a little bit over how pretty the planetary art in this game is. If you've watched for very long, you probably already knew that though. Grammar is an icy terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of frozen ammonia with deposits of tin and other light metals. When exposed to sunlight, Grammar's ammonia can melt, forming equatorial seas of the toxic chemical. This has allowed a profusion of simple fungus and lichens to evolve in the low-energy environment. a byproduct of their metabolism, causes them to glow very faintly. While the light of an individual is insignificant, large patches seem to reinforce the light of one another and are visible from space. Orbital distance 10 AU, orbital period 35.4 Earth years, radius 3691 kilometers, day length 61.7 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.27 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature minus 84 Celsius, surface gravity 0.28 G. Whew, jeez, okay. This game is pretty. Moment for, yes, indeed, Shadows of Life. I will indeed stretch and posture and hydrate, and oh my gosh, has it already been another hour? How did that happen? Thank you for these stretches. I will sit up better. It's been 2 hours. I should probably do a bio break. I will hydrate first. All right. I am going to do a quick bio. Probably no more than a minute, or, well, when I do a bio break, I run ads so that there will not be pre-roll ads for a period of time after that. I will not be running a 3-minute ad break. Probably just going to be a minute of ads, and I'll be back as quick as I can because I want to push through this and actually get to on the ground and shooting things before the end of stream. So I will see you all very, very shortly. Yeah, be right back. Maybe. Oh, Stream Deck, I need to fix that. Yeah, we don't talk about the Packlet incident. Thanks. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hopefully, you were able to take a quick break yourself, and the 1-minute ad break was not oppressive. The only reason that I ever trigger an ad break is like, hey, I'm going to be gone. It's going to be on the Be Right Back screen. And by running the ad break myself, it disables, or that's not a term that I want to use there. It turns off pre-roll ads. So it means that people who are not subscribers, when they come to my channel for a certain period of time, will not be inundated by ads before they see the content of the channel. That's about the only control I have over advertisements on the channel. This conversation has been classified and redacted by Section 31. I'll text the guys who generally handle the plumbing of a ship. Oh gosh, Iron Trout. Grey water. All right, one more planet to glance at here in Dis. Raisha. Again, a gorgeous planet. Raisha is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sodium and ammonia in its atmosphere. During the brief gold rush to cleanse all, a few companies established an infrastructure. Yeah, that's the wrong word. During the brief gold rush to cleanse all, a few companies established an infrastructure for helium-3 skimming and deuterium mining on Raisha's icy moons. When Cleanse All proved to be less wealthy than expected, the facilities were stripped for parts and abandoned. Orbital distance 17.98 AU, orbital period 85.5 Earth years, radius 34,914 kilometers, day length 11.5 Earth hours. I have not played Star Control. I don't know what Star Control is. Shout at Section 31 about her level of clearance and the interference with intra-ship messages. Oh dear. Oh no. Section 31's taking over the stream. I have a feeling I should probably do some like new graphics that are Star Trek related. I'm just concerned about like how into that I can go. Because we keep having Star Trek conversations and I would love to play into that, but also like it's Star Trek and I don't have a license for Star Trek. I don't think I could get one. It would cost a lot of money. So I have to do some thinking. Indeed, the copyright lawyer. Star Control 2 is essentially a 90s version of Mass Effect. That's pretty cool. I have never heard of Star Control before today. I'll have to take a look at it. Do they not know that your middle management, no decision-making powers, but the person who has to deal with all of the consequences? You have one job on the ship. It's stupid, but you're gonna do it anyway. Tunshagon. Oh, it's green. Tunshagon is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and nitrogen in its atmosphere. It has an unusually small number of moons for a gas giant, a mere 7. This is likely due to the star Farinata capturing the majority of the mass during the nebular collapse that created the system. Orbital distance 5.65 AU. Orbital period 3.2 Earth years. Radius 42,418 kilometers. Day length 9.1 Earth hours. Star Control 1 is just a souped-up version of the 60s early video game Space War. Star Control 2 adds fascinating narrative. Okay, I don't know Space War. I imagine it's probably not a game that would be wonderful playthrough today, but also might be worth looking at. Don't look at me. trusting a sentient torpedo with classified information. I wish-listed a game last night. It's silly, but I did. I wish-listed a game on GOG, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Because it's a point-and-click, like, mystery adventure type game that I played a number of when I was younger, and I was like, I like Atlantis-related things, so I have to take a look at that one. I don't think anything's going to trigger in this asteroid belt. Juntauma. Juntauma is a small broiling terrestrial world. Its thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane is being steadily blown off by the powerful solar wind from the star Farinata. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur and deposits of copper. Its density is low enough to leave the world tidally locked to Farinata. The Alliance Defense Data Network notes that several ships have been spotted cruising near Juntauma with transponders turned off, while an Alliance patrol attempted pursuit of one. The unidentified vessel rabbited to FTL. Its trail was lost when it obscured its light trace in the confusion of signals along the Anansi Ishtar shipping lane. Orbital distance 57.05 AU, orbital period 102 Earth years, radius 4,227 kilometers, day length 102 Earth years, atmospheric pressure 0.36 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 1176 Celsius, surface gravity 0.38 G. Start scanner. Living Shadow. Yes. Alliance frigate Agincourt. Alliance First Fleet. The first information security breach that results in an actual hull breach. Oh gosh. Okay. I've got one more planet in this system and then another system to gather assets from. All of the planet bios got their inspiration from Star Control 2 and probably also from Starflight. I like them. I sometimes feel like there's maybe too many of them for... It's probably just because I'm reading them all. Like, if this was me just playing on my own and not streaming, I probably would not take the time to read all of them. Same thing with, like, the lore. If I'm just playing for me, I miss a lot of the lore because I don't end up reading all of it, which is part of why I like the fact that I'm streaming this, because I'm taking the time to slow down and read the lore. Nepneu. With a rare combination of features, Nepneu is of particular interest to the scientific community. Nepneu is a small terrestrial planet with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. As with all the worlds of Farinata, its surface is scorching hot. The crust mainly consists of silicates laced with iron. Orbital distance 117.7 AU, orbital period 302 Earth years, radius 3,742 kilometers, day length 30.1 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.23 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 848 Celsius, surface gravity 0.27. All right, we got one more system in this cluster, Caicos, and then we do need to do some scanning in the one with the mass relay, because there's one more thing to acquire there that we don't know where is. Cacus. Zyarter. Zyarter? Ooh, it's a pretty purpley pink. An enigmatic terrestrial planet, Zyarter has a hazy atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of calcium with deposits of sodium. 3 times in the last century, ships stopping to discharge at Treyarmus have reported geometric patterns of lights on the dark side of Zyarter. Attempts at closer investigation proved fruitless. The lights disappear when ships move to approach the inner system, I assume is what it's supposed to say. Orbital distance 2 AU, orbital period 2.1 Earth years, radius 5,535 kilometers, day length 53.8 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.5 Earth atmosphere, surface temperature 166 Celsius, surface gravity 0.7 G. Chohi. Chohi is a terrestrial planet whose surface is mainly composed of aluminium, with numerous deposits of calcium. Though it has enough mass to retain a dense atmosphere, Chohi is nearly a vacuum. This lack of atmosphere allows a moderate average temperature, but the differences between day and night are extreme. The surface of Chohi's sunward-facing side is usually covered by a haze of volatiles, mainly water vapor and carbon dioxide, which return to the ground as frost over the course of the long, cold night. The Serta Foundation has established a research outpost on Chohi to investigate the native subterranean life of Chohi, which shows incredible resilience to extremes of heat and cold. Orbital distance 3.7 AU, orbital period 5.4 Earth years, radius 8,000 kilometers, day length 5... I can't say it. Day length 54.5 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 11 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.0 G. That is amazing. Exactly 8,000 kilometers? It's an artificial construct. All right. We have to do these scans and collect these things because it's the only way to get some of the side quests off of our mission log. Oh dear, that's only 50% of what's in this system. We're gonna have to scan. Starflight was amazing. Strong memories of playing on your Atari ST. I don't know the Atari ST. We had a 2600 is what we had. Amazing. I will probably someday have to look at that too. I don't know. I love that older games are accessible now, partly. Some of them are not. Like, I would love to play the Shannara game. I have the CD for it. Unfortunately, I do not have a CD drive. It's not available for download anywhere, but I found instructions for, like, you can install this using DOSBox and get it to work. But I have to actually get a copy. I need to create a disk image of the disk if I'm ever going to do it. ST was their late 80s 16-bit home computer. Okay. Yeah, we had the 2600, and this is a very dark planet. After that, we went to Nintendo. Zamari is a small, airless, cratered terrestrial, a lifeless rock quite similar to Luna. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of silicates, though one hemisphere has several seas of dark basaltic rock. Orbital distance 13.03 AU, orbital period 36.1 Earth years, radius 2,236 kilometers, day length 42.1 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature minus 117 Celsius, surface gravity 0.19 G. I have had my eye on, like, the little, you know how they put out, like, the single unit NES and SNES, etc., that had games preloaded onto them, the little mini consoles. They did one for the Atari, and I had my eye on it. I'm sure they're all gone, and I will never get one of them. But I did look at it. I was like, I would like to have this, but honestly, the game, there was a game called Combat on the 2600, and we played that quite a bit. It had different modes. It had tank mode and airplane mode, and I think there was a person, like, shooter type mode too. I remember playing a lot of Night Driver. We had the little paddles to steer. I was very bad at it, but it was a lot of fun. Probably my favorite game on the 2600 was Night Driver. And I, not knowing that it was unplayable, tried many, many times over the years to play E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Farangor. A large but low-density terrestrial world, Farangor is generally believed to consist mainly of water ice. Occasional upwelling of metals, caused by the interacting tidal forces of several large moons, suggest the core is small, but extremely dense. Farangor has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of dark carbon-laced water ice. 13 years ago, Farangor's grim surface color and dim illumination drew the cinematographer Risa Uvarson to film the exterior scenes of Starless on location. Acknowledged as a masterpiece of gothic horror, the sets, well preserved by the vacuum, draw hundreds of tourists to the backwater system every year. Orbital distance 20.2 AU, orbital period 69.8 Earth years, radius 11,129 kilometers, day length 69.6 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature minus 144 Celsius. Yep, we had the ET game and I played it way too much, thinking I must be doing something wrong. One of the streamers you mod for has had a couple of the dug up trashed ET carts from the Exhumed dump site. A couple of, hard to count just how many there are. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to our Atari. I thought my older brother took it, so he may actually still have the ET cartridge. Treyarmus is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with a powerful magnetic field, making it a popular discharge site for freighters working the Anansi Ishtar shipping route. It is popular enough, in fact, that Quarian ships can often be found loitering in orbit, selling the freighter crews wow! I almost said sheep. Selling the freighter crews cheap refreshments, salvage, and odd craftworks assembled by their children. There are no ships in orbit at present, however. Orbital distance 51.75 AU, orbital period 286.7 Earth years, radius 42,211 kilometers, day length 12.8 Earth hours. It's funny how I start to trip over my words after I've been reading for a bit in this game. Where is the other thing, the other thing, the other thing? It's right there, the other thing.
Reapers eluded.
Yep. Zoom, 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 zoom. We're gonna zoom away. No, out of the system. Oh my gosh, what happened? Somehow it just stopped. I was running away and it just stopped. Stopped moving. I don't know, did I move too far? I don't know what happened.
Faster than light jump successful.
I was gonna try and grab the thing even though the Reapers are here, which I have done before. But one of the Reapers keeps showing up right next to it. I think we're gonna have to come back.
Evasion successful.
Yeah, I did die. But also, like, I don't know why. I was holding the button and the ship just stopped moving. But have I ever tried to talk to the Reapers? Oh, is that what I am supposed to do? I am supposed to talk? I did not realize this. Is there no fuel depot in this system? There is not. All right. Somewhere in this system, there is a thing for us to recover. Reapers are here. There it is. I have located it. We are jumping now.
Reapers eluded.
We'll have to come back to Hades Gamma. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was clear just here for coffee, but whatever. All right. So I don't know if we managed to recover any of the things that we needed to get from there. I don't know if any of those were things we needed for missions. Pylos Nebula, scan dig site? Sure. I don't know. I have trouble correlating the list of missions we have with the locations on the map. So I just choose. We're in Narif. Shoot! My foot. I don't have enough fuel. I need to do a mass jump to a place with a fuel depot. Which the Krogan DMZ has one. So we'll go there and then go back. I always forget. Hello! Yeah, I was down to 300 some fuel. Okay. Where was it? It was here. Pylos Nebula. Scan dig site. I do not know which mission this is for. But since we plan to try and do them all, gotta do them all. Isale. In the Narif system. Look at it's pretty. It has the rings. It's Isale is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. Though gas giants are known for their powerful magnetic fields, Isale's field is stronger than current models predict. Within the frost line of its solar system, where gas giants do not usually form, Isale is believed to have once been extrasolar. With no infrastructure to speak of, the Reapers have ignored Isale as a military target. Orbital distance 0.5 AU, orbital period 0.6 Earth years, radius 64,005 kilometers, day length 17.7 Earth hours. It's less than half an AU from the star, and it's in the frost line? That must be a really cool star. Jonas. Jonas, a methane ammonia ice giant, is believed to be an extrasolar planet captured by its star. It was developed as a fuel depot serving the Pylos cluster. Eldfell Ashland Corporation had established a base on one of its moons to crack water ice into hydrogen and oxygen and skim helium-3 from its atmosphere. The Reapers destroyed both the base and the abandoned infrastructure, but not before triggering a trap, a crude nuclear device meant to catch them in the blast. From orbit, the Normandy's sensors can pick out a sign that some waggish employee has left on the wreckage of the moon base, gone fishin'. Orbital distance 0.65 AU, orbital period 1 Earth years, radius 20,312 kilometers, day length 15.1 Earth hours. I believe the game has earned points. I don't think there will be.
I found something.
Oh my gosh, there was. Oh golly. And those Reapers responded quickly. Start the scanner. Start the scanner. Hello, scanning. Scan. Yes. Move. It is very difficult to move this scanner. It's very herky-jerky because I can't just... It doesn't keep moving. Actual interface could be improved on the scanner. Search unsuccessful. Scans of the planet show a collection of former dig sites that have been abandoned for some time. Continue your search.
There is no sign of Ann Bryson in this system.
All right, so we're searching for Ann Bryson. I do not recall who that is, why we're looking for them. I entered orbit. We're scanning. I've done this before. Jovian dissertation. That is not what I was expecting to find here. Out of the system!
Faster than light jump successful.
All right, there's one more thing to find there, apparently, but not at the moment. All right, Dorada. Does anybody remember who this Ann Bryson is and which mission we're doing? It's a cool star, indeed. I wish I could bring up the mission list while we're in system. Without, like, backing all the way out to the ship. It's one of the DLCs that we're currently on. I seem to encounter them just organically as the story goes. So, Ciano, named for an ancient Asari philosopher known for being a contrarian, orbits Dirata at a retrograde. It is believed to be an object that fell into the system millions of years ago from parts unknown. The outermost of Dirata's 2 asteroid belts is thought to have been a small planetoid that was broken up by Ciano's passage into the system. Ciano is formed of low-density rock and is tidally locked to the Dirata. The same hemisphere always faces the star. There is evidence that a complex of artificial structures once existed in the north of the sunward-facing hemisphere, but they have been badly degraded by millennia of heat and radiation. Several bunkers of radioactive waste, apparently byproducts of primitive fission plants, have been discovered on the far side. The Reapers appear to have ignored Ciano, concentrating on systems with a higher population. Orbital distance 12.9 AU, orbital period 26 Earth years, radius 4,925 kilometers, day length 26 Earth years, atmospheric pressure trace, surface temperature 79 Celsius, surface gravity 0.47 G. Leviathan. Yeah, I think that seems like it would make sense to me. So, Then you see, is a small barren rock, though there is evidence that it once had an atmosphere of our... Just gonna take a beat. Then you see is a small barren rock, though there is evidence that it once had an atmosphere of carbon dioxide. Only trace amounts of krypton and xenon remain. Like Ciano, it is tidally locked to Dirata. Orbital distance 25.7 AU, orbital period 73.1 Earth years, radius 3,602 kilometers, day length 73.1 Earth years, atmospheric pressure trace, surface temperature minus 10 Celsius, surface gravity 0.33 G. I'm scared to scan the planets because the Reapers come. Canalis. Canalis is smaller than Earth, but has unusually high density. The high level of tectonic activity indicates that the density is caused by an abundance of radioactive materials in the core. These, combined with the planet's unusually high rate of spin, raise the planet's internal temperature and cause volcanism. While several companies performed mineral assays in the late 2170s, the world's geological instability precluded development. Orbital distance 46.3 AU, orbital period 176.8 Earth years, radius 4,618 kilometers, day length 9.8 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.83 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 99 Celsius, surface gravity 0.85 G. All right, Zeth. Zeth is a common hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of sulfur in the upper atmosphere gives it a distinct yellow stripes. Orbital distance 69.5 AU, orbital period 325.2. Yeah, wow. I did not process those numbers as I was saying them, and it threw me off. 325.2 Earth years, radius 60,327 kilometers, day length 14.8 Earth hours. 2 more. Cineas. A standard hydrogen-helium gas giant, Cineas has more than 80 moons. Orbital distance 138.9 AU. Orbital period 919.2 Earth years. Radius 63,748 kilometers. Day length 16.4 Earth hours. Last one. It looks like a little lollipop. Vioressa. It's a gorgeous purple. With an orbital period nearly 2 millennia long, the cold and distant Vioressa was actually missed in the initial Asari survey of the system. Only a follow-up mineral assay sent to Canalis by a Volus mining concern noticed its subtle movement across the stars. Vioressa is a methane ammonia ice giant circled by a retinue of deep frozen moons. It's okay. I mean, it makes sense. It was a methane ass giant. Its remoteness made it a popular drive discharge point for pirates working the Pylos Nebula cluster. As Pylos is currently unclaimed by any sovereign power, Council naval patrols are few and far between. Thus far, none of the local pirates have been apprehended, and the Reapers have shown little interest in the system. It is possible Viressa can be used as a base of operations for fleeing ships. Just here for coffee. I mean, yeah, it's absolutely wonderful that I am not expected to, as part of my job, occasionally read things I have never read before. Orbital distance 222.2 AU. Orbital period 1860.4 Earth years. Radius 26,566 kilometers. Day length 12.7 Earth hours. Incidentally, if you want to see me reading things that I have never read before as part of my actual job, Wednesdays, I share things from the archives and read them. Sometimes messing up words. Alright, we found a couple of scans. See, I like the Reaper's response time for this system. I got to fly around and ping the stuffs, and the Reapers took a while to show up. Indeed, we are looking at the Hard Times Mead collection this week. Search unsuccessful. Scans of the planet show a collection of former dig sites that have been abandoned for some time. Continue your search. Well, at that planet, you mean? But there's 2 other spots. Fuel depot. Heck yeah. And then one here on a freaking gas giant. I don't think Ann Bryson's on a gas giant, but we'll find out. Radiation shielding sheath. Wow. I don't know why. I start out doing just fine, and then after a while, I get tongue-tied. I suppose it's because it's been a while, and I've been reading a lot, and reading quickly, and... Alright, Bryson, or a clue to her, must be in the Zaharan system. First off, a stag. A stag. A stag was discovered by a joint SRE Vorcha exploration team and abandoned shortly thereafter. The planet's light atmosphere of nitrogen and krypton is not overly hostile to Vorcha, but its heat makes it uninhabitable except in expensive habitats. Its low density precludes the presence of many valuable minerals, and so settling the planet was deemed not worth the effort. Orbital distance 0.5 AU, orbital period 0.4 Earth years, radius 6,773 kilometers, day length 63.6 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.56 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 115 Celsius, surface gravity 0.62 G. A stag. A stag, a male deer. Yeah, stagnation. Name a Klee. Namaklee. An arid but habitable planet, Namaklee was briefly colonized by the Pyrena Corporation, a consortium of Asari colonists and socialized Vorcha laborers who made dog food. Pyrena, your dog food of choice. After an economic After an economic downturn, however, many Asari left the planet, and the Vorcha population kept growing to the point where they bred faster than could be educated. Soon, they turned violent and uncontrollable, and the colonies essentially self-destructed. Today, Namaklee is a wasteland with little population, but Vorcha packs are scattered across the deserts. Settlers frequently run into these packs, discouraging recolonization. The lack of complex biota and scarcity of profitable metals drove the last few proverbial nails into Namaklee's coffin. No one has stepped forth in the past few years with the will, the funding, or the firepower to establish a permanent colony. Stagnation has parliamentary system, the coalition government has selected a prime minister from the Stag Party. Oh gosh. Orbital distance 0.8 AU, orbital period 0.8 Earth years, radius 10,133 kilometers, day length 23.8 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 0.87 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 41 Celsius, surface gravity 1.26 G. Alright, 2 more planets. We're not going to get to shoot things today, are we? Azrahas. Azrahas is a hothouse planet rich in nitrogen, methane, and ethane. Similar to Namakli, it is metal poor. Additionally, it is suspected that few asteroid impacts have struck it over the millennia, precluding accessible deposits of common precious metals in the crust. Decrepit Asari orbital stations from scientific expeditions long ago circled the planet. Decrepit Asari orbital stations from scientific expeditions long ago circle the planet. None display signs of occupation. Orbital distance 1.5 AU, orbital period 1.95 Earth years, radius 4,715 kilometers, day length 36.1 Earth hours, atmospheric pressure 57.28 Earth atmospheres, surface temperature 274 Celsius, surface gravity 0.57 G. And we have a lovely blue planet with lovely rings. Rotesque. It is not grotesque, it is indeed Rotesque, a methane-soaked gas giant featuring helium-3 collection machinery serving the colonists of Namakli, but it appears that their kinetic barriers failed long ago due to neglect. The apparatus was... Okay. It's either apparatus or apparatus. The apparatus was destroyed by meteorites, probably originating in Rotesque's wings, creating one more hurdle for anyone trying to settle on Namakli. Orbital distance 6.1 AU, orbital period 16.9 Earth years, radius 19,174 kilometers, day length 10.8 Earth hours. Is not grotesque.
I found something.
Hello there. What have we found? Investigation of the fuel depot. Rotesque. When a rotisserie chicken gets overcooked and is charred black. Yes, probably. Maybe, you know, grotesque describes a certain style of font, so maybe the planet has something to do with font creation? Search successful. Scans have located a close grouping of environmentally shielded habitats and an active power source. Closer examination is required to confirm dig site presence.
We have located Anne Bryson's dig site.
All right. First, I'm going to check. We've got 100% of the things here. So, yeah, we're going to land. Rotesque rings as Rotesque wings, of course. Land the frickin' shuttle! Attention, Section 31 has been notified of the A-Stag Nation incident in the lavatory with the Packlets. Their investigation team will arrive in 15 minutes to reassign us to shore leave. Prepare to abandon ship. Oh dear. A font called Youth? I don't think I've ever seen one, but I wouldn't honestly be surprised. There's fonts called everything. We're bringing Caden and James. And they're dressed in matching outfits, it looks like. Section 31's coming. I think we have the like loadout that we want, don't we? I suppose I could look at the nah. Yeah, I think we already had the loadout. Back. Conform. Conform.
Okay, so we got reports of an attack on some scientists, right?
I'm sorry, what did you say? Thank you. Okay, so we got reports of an attack on some scientists.
Right. Edie, can you tell us anything else?
This is the main site of a series of excavations established under Dr. Garrett Bryson. Staff records confirm the project lead is his daughter, Anne. She has recently uncovered another artifact possibly linked to Leviathan.
Yes. The attack means the Reapers are one step ahead of us. We need to pick up the pace. And since Bryson's daughter is our only lead, our objective is clear. Cortez?
Nothing so far.
See, my helmet leaves my lips free for Kaidan to kiss them.
Getting some strange signals, though. Give me a minute.
Maybe the artifact she uncovered is complicating things.
Agreed.
Possibly.
Take us in closer.
Copy that. We have hostile.
Of course we do. This is Mass
on the landing
Effect.
platform.
That's her. Okay, let's
I think we are doing some Leviathan-y
get
stuff.
us over there.
Unless I need to back out and not do Leviathan now.
There, go. Jump.
I could always load and not land on the
We're in
planet.
the shit now, Commander.
This whole place can come apart. Move. She's somewhere above us.
What are you? I'm shooting at them. I don't think I can actually hit them at the moment.
Hello? Is anyone there? I'm coming down.
I'm coming down.
Stay where you are. This is Commander Shepard of the Alliance.
Here be dragons.
We'll come to you.
That's actually
Yes, okay. You should take the elevator up on the far side.
Copy that.
Here Be Dragons is one of the very few Star Trek original series novels that I've read. Wow. I don't actually know what I'm doing at the moment, but I'm gonna shoot the husks. Dang. Got very Horizon Zero Dawn all of a sudden with mechanical creatures. I don't know why I keep trying to shoot them. Up the ladder. Up the ladder to the roof. Once it's put somewhere to be looked at by top men. I mean, what's wrong with the bottoms? Sorry. Okay. Oh dear! What? I missed whatever that was I was supposed to see. Alright. Is this also a multiplayer map? It feels like maybe it was. Archivist. Saving the data and the known universe. Yes, this is a thing. Also, this feels very Nathan Drake at the moment.
Through here.
This part feels very Nathan Drake. It's not a multiplayer map. It sort of feels like it would be one, but... Yeah, I heard ya. Hello, ladder. Ladder or forward? Oh, hello. Hello, goodbye. Hello, goodbye. There's so many paths. He would only sully the experience. It's the train. It's the train that starts off one of the games that is, of course, why I'm thinking that this feels very Nathan Drake.
Ah! Shit! There goes the easy way. Look for another path.
Uh-huh. Yeah, good. I would love to. We changed our freaking abilities and I have not actually fixed that. Tech armor, which is on. Carnage. That's the new one. It got rid of the warp ammo and now we have Carnage. No, I just continue. Hi. Bye-bye. Carnage was nice for a second there. Sadly, I do not have Excalibur flying around protecting me. Okay, up. We go up the ladder to the roof. Every time, every single time. Yeah. It's got too close. I should have triggered my armor. I never do. I always forget that I have that ability.
Looks like a bridge over there.
Activate bridge is the new mission goal.
Controls are broken. Someone try to fix it.
You got it. Wires are fried. Give me a minute.
James, you don't have a minute.
Well, that seemed to work. I'm raising the bridge now.
Benji!
I don't think Caden likes the Banshee. Okay. I think that worked. Oh, James kicked the panel with his foot?
That elevator can't be far.
Yeah, I totally missed that. It seems like the appropriate method of fixing things. We were shooting things, I think. Or guarding against potential shooting things. What was that? There's so many sounds all around.
This way.
Goodbye. You are not exactly welcome in this space. Thank you. Thank you kindly. I love my rapid fire sniper rifle. Although these baddies have been awfully close by for using sniper. Let me tell you the adventures in retrieving large composite photographs from halfway across campus, then taking them back to the library in windy weather. Oh dear.
Got it.
That does not sound fun. Somehow whenever I have to retrieve things from on campus, it's raining.
Yeah, the elevator's blocked. Is there another
Of course it's blocked. Open the pod bay doors! Climb where? I guess in here? Open the pod bay doors. Yes? Oh my gosh! For once! The environment artist made beds that have sheets and pillows! Usually they're just like flat mattresses. They actually had sheets and pillows. I am astounded. It's a weird thing to notice, but this is when you can tell that it's a DLC. Damn it! Hide. Jeez Louise. Freaking Ravager. Only Caden gets to ravage me. We're fighting against those, like, face huggers. That I don't see them. Anyway. Okay. Oh, it's better with Tali in the party? I like the team that I have, so we'll see what it's like with this team. But also, I really wanted to get some actual, like, battle in this time, which is, I'm probably gonna go a few minutes over because we're here. And unless this is gonna be really, really long, I don't think that jump is one I can do. Let's go up. I think it's worth pushing.
What about this way, Shepard?
Yeah, sure.
Stay hidden, Doctor.
We're coming! We're coming! At least getting to Bryson. If there's a lot more after that, we might have to wait, but... Oftentimes, they're really short missions. It's a lot of shooting, really intense for a short period, and then done, and back to the ship. That seems to be pretty typical for this game. Okay, I have not been covering at all. Choose to, and it was seems like a good idea. You love the shaky cam of this mission? It's very bouncy, as whenever bombs go off, things shake. Oh, look at that. That is a Reaper. Ah! What was that? It like shoved me to the side, but I didn't even see what it was.
Dan, are you still there?
We're barely hanging on. Hopkins is wounded. Are you close?
We're moving as fast as we can. Hang in.
That went pretty well. Reaper cave paintings, indeed. I like the new Ravager ability that I got instead of the warp ammo. So far, it seems pretty cool. I've used it a few times. Ah! Great. I think it's now become a ramp. Oh dear. Do I go down? Oh, it's not a ramp. Nope. I guess down it is.
Boyles, stay down. Oh, God.
What's happening?
Kirkwood and Boyles tried to run for it. The Reapers got him.
Don't move until we get there.
Yeah, you should stay out of the fighting. Just let me come and get ya. Yeah? I think that seems like a good choice for ya. I love when I do the carnage bullet and it just, they explode. Wait, what was that? Where was it? Oh my god. It's that thing. That thing is like actually attacking me. Dragon attacked me. I was not expecting the dragon to... That was new. We're gonna get to fight a dragon. Hello, Ravager. Goodbye, Ravager. Oh god, swarmers. I don't like the swarmers. Hi, Kaden. It's just like old times. Only we're romantically involved. We were then, but you didn't know it. Oh, more cave paintings. Right. Oh gosh, which way? There's a ladder there, elevator there. Damaged machinery, salvage, yes please.
There's the elevator. Get to it.
Yeah, go there. Oh, it probably wouldn't have let me. I almost walked off the edge. I'm looking around to see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have. Head to the elevator. Okay, climb the ladder? Apparently I cannot. Uh-huh. It's gonna fall when I go across it. Run. Okay, good. Salvage some data. Or maybe some lore. Data lore. Oh, I already triggered that. I should reactivate it. Elevator controls. Elevator go up. Elevator go up.
Elevator's online. We're coming up.
Please hurry.
I'm coming up to save the scientist. Oh dear.
He tried to run. I told him not to, but he wanted to help the others. Where did everyone go?
I'm sorry, they didn't make it. Doctor, I need you to come with me.
Okay.
Yes, Portico.
Yes, of course.
Elevator go down the hole. Indeed, Elaki. The robo-dragon things, they're amazing.
I was at another dig site when they attacked. I got back as quick as I could, but what's happening?
Reapers. That's what's happening.
I'm not sure, but it might have something to do with these paintings. Is that Leviathan?
Yes. Yes, we think so. It's old, much older than my father thought. And there, as if the natives were under its power. Clearly,
Leviathan's a Reaper?
acting alone. Not like any Reaper we've seen before.
Doctor, I understand you found...
Hi, Adventures of Tony!
The artifact. Yes, of course. Incredible. It's just ahead.
You haven't missed any romance this stream.
It may sound strange, but I'm certain it affects people. Their behavior. I've only had a short time to study it.
Not strange at all. Did you find anything?
Not much, but I did learn something about the energy it generates.
Get down. What are they doing?
Activated. I've never managed anything.
Oh dear.
Doctor?
Bryson's been taken over.
The darkness must not be reached.
Oh dear.
Take it out. Got it. You okay? Cortez, we have Ann Bryson. Need a pickup.
I'm glad that worked. Because I feel like we breached the
You see the
darkness.
shuttle? You run. Don't look back.
Okay. Yes.
Hello there. Uh-huh.
We'll bring it down.
Wait, harvester where? Where's the harvesters? Somebody warn Julian and Miles that the harvesters. Oh. That the harvester? I would like to take care of the other thing, please. Eldargon. But they keep coming. I need shelter, please. Thank you. Thank you kindly. Oh, wow. I'm feeling somewhat shades of Andromeda, only still more tame. Rendezvous with Cortez. Which is where? Hello, Marauder. I am coming.
Everybody, let's go.
Oh, but there's so many. Have I? Is there loot? I may have missed some loot. Dr. Bryson, get on the ship. Go!
You okay?
Yeah, Commander. I think so. I blacked out.
You didn't black out.
Leviathan took control of it. Got the connection.
Cortez is pretty amazing.
Leviathan itself? That's incredible.
The Reapers seem as interested in it as we are.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
We were hoping you could help us figure out why. First, Doctor, I have some bad news.
Anne, please. Suppose Leviathan's broken away from the other Reapers. Never went back to dark space. Like a rogue, or even a defector.
A rogue?
I have to call my father. He'll want to know.
Your father's dead.
You need to listen to me, okay? Your father is dead. I'm sorry.
He's... what? Dead? He can't be dead.
Of course he can.
We met with him, hoping to find out what he knew. Something happened.
Something happened?
You're not the first to lose control. Your father's assistant. One minute he was fine, the next drew a gun on your father. I couldn't stop him.
I can't believe this.
Well, believe it.
We have to find out what's behind it all.
Mistakes were made.
You're the only one who can help us. Ben?
If Leviathan's a Reaper,
I want to see his office.
that's a problem.
Arrange for transportation. Meet you there.
Okay. That brought us a little further on that quest line, I suppose. We now have Citadel, Leviathan. Anne Bryson offers the only chance to track down Leviathan, meet her on the Citadel, and gain her help. Yeah. So we're not actively trying to pursue the Leviathan DLC questline. We've just been sort of like taking it as it comes, and thankfully, I believe it has not been an issue. Like, it's okay that we're making that one go forward. I think we may actually take level 4 of Reeve. Power duration by 40. Impact radius by 3 meters. Longer or wider? Length or girth, people? Length or girth? I'm gonna go with girth. Anyway, we're gonna have to do the aftermath of this next week because we have hit beyond the end of the normal stream time. So I'm going to have to move us along. Yeah. Anyway, I just sorry. I'm just silly. I had fun, even though like we didn't get to like actual like shooting until the very end. What we did do shooting wise was very intense. And we weren't even inside tents. Let me look and see who's live, and then we'll do some stuffs. Oh gosh. You know, I don't know where they are in the game, though. Oh, we might do that. Okay. That's a thing. So, thank you all for joining me today for more of, you know, a flirty space day with Mass Effect. I'm gonna look him up. Urquan Masters HD. I'll write that one down. I will look at those. Yeah, so we'll be back with more Mass Effect next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and pick up where we just left off immediately following saving Anne Bryson. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, should be the final Psychonauts stream. I believe we only have the final boss to do. So we'll be going there. And then if we finish, we'll spin the wheel. And we'll find something to fill the time with. I don't know if we'll jump right into whatever game it is that we spin. Probably not. But, you know, we'll do something. And then after stream tomorrow, we'll raid over to Q Times for episode 1 of Beacon from the Streampunks. So that's coming up tomorrow. Wednesday, of course, is the archive stream at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. And then Saturday, we'll pick up with Ultima 6. We're currently in pause. We were just talking to Dr. Cat while Dr. Cat was talking to us in chat. It was amazing. And then, yeah, Sunday, back for more Mass Effect. So that is the plan of what's coming. Amok! Not suitable for mature audiences. Oh dear, only immature audiences, yes. So I believe, beware of ass giants. Oh my god. We're gonna raid over to Panther Lily Cat. Panther Lily Cat currently is playing Days Gone. It as part of a charity marathon event. So Panther is a friend of the stream and a fun person, part of the broader Streampunks community. So we're gonna pop on over there and say hi. So that's what we're gonna do. Sorry, I'm distractible. Also, I should say thank you, Lord Portico, for the 100 bits. Thank you, Was Not Worth It, for being a subscriber over on Coffee. Thank you, everybody who did hat tricks or streamer care items today. And thanks to the artists who've made things. Thanks to my mods. When we get over there, if you would like, there is the raid call. It is #RogueRaid. If you have my emotes, you can copy paste. Otherwise, just toss in whatever hello emotes you might have. Tony, thank you for stopping by. It was great to have you here. Everybody who was here, whether you were chatting, cheering, just lurking, whatever, thank you for joining me. I hope I see you again soon. And until I do, get out there and do some shenanigans.